3, 2, 1. G'day world, Macaridden coming to you live for Myriad 2018. We're here in Mapleton at the Falls Farm. This episode, this live is brought to you by Everledger and Invest Sunshine Coast. We're here with Duncan, founder of Nearfield Creative. How you doing this morning?
Hey, I'm well, Macca. I'm well. Glad to be here.
Glad to be
This
here.
place is amazing. Didn't know it existed.
Same. The drive up here was stunning at 5 a.m. and it's a beautiful spot, huh?
Yeah, it is. It is. I wish you could see a bit more. Are you able to capture some more?
We're going to share it on later.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about what Nearfield Creative is and a bit of your background.
Sure. Okay, so by the year 2020, customer experience will overtake price and product as a key brand differentiator. This is a big problem for small to medium businesses because how do you engage with customer experience through your marketing? We're looking at wearable technology as a solution for that problem. So the main solution there is using wearable tech to gain instant access to exclusive content through your shirt, through your clothing.
Which we have an example. So I got my t-shirt microchipped and it goes directly to our Facebook page.
Yep.
So we can engage with anyone we interview for an example and they can like it straight away.
Exactly.
Good example?
Exactly, yeah, good example.
Yeah.
So we're also working with one of Australia's biggest bands to create a smart merchandising solution, which will be exclusive content directly embedded into the band's merchandise. So if you're a fan, you can tap for instant access to exclusive content. We're also looking at a lead gen or lead capture solution. So for businesses at conferences, which we're about to go down to Myriad, there's a lot of exhibitors there that are looking to engage with their audience and also collect information so that they can talk to them after the festival. What we're doing is embedding a lead gen solution into their t-shirts, so you can tap your phone against their shirt, enter your details, that information is captured and emails are automatically exchanged between the two parties, allowing you to instantly communicate with your audience.
Awesome.
It's a hard one to explain.
Yeah, well, no, it's a great thing to have where it's right there and there, and we all need to wear a shirt, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And it makes that connection even more interesting.
Yeah, exactly.
When you're networking, right?
Exactly.
So tell us a little bit of the struggles. You're a startup. Explain how the journey's been so far.
Yeah, sure. There's a lot of failure, in the startup world, and that's good. That's what you want.
Yeah.
So, my strategy going into this was fail fast, learn from that, evolve, and implement. So, basically, it's been a journey of market testing, market feedback, starting with a clothing brand, which was tailored towards video gamers specifically as a small niche. It allowed me to kind of set up a supply chain, a clothing label, and then from there we looked at how do we evolve from this to meet the market needs. And as such, we then looked at wearable technology, the likes of Nike, Adidas, and what they were doing in the wearable tech space. And we identified a need for that same kind of level of technology in clothing, but accessible to smaller enterprise. And so, that's where we are today.
Awesome. Yeah. And how did this all come about? Like, what were you doing before you started?
What was I doing before? Okay, so, I did 10 years corporate in Sydney and Brisbane, across a whole range of different industries, from accommodation to online, real estate, with the likes of What If and Yahoo, for example. And, part of the move was back to the Sunshine Coast, so I grew up here. Decided it was my time to move back, rather than looking for work, I decided it was time to start something for myself.
Great.
Absolutely.
And from your experience in the corporate world, what have you learned that has helped you applied to your startup?
Yeah, sure. I guess I'm quite lucky in that a lot of my roles were around sales, marketing, relationship building, and there were a lot of customer client facing roles. And so, a lot of those skills I've been able to apply into the startup with more of a strategy of communicating with the market to seek feedback, and then developing a product around what the market's needs are.
Yeah.
I know a lot of startups will create the product first, not realizing whether or not there is a need for that product. Of course, there's always a bit of that. It's your own product, it's their own passion, so there's certainly a bit of that. But for me, it was looking at the speed to market to get that feedback, so that the right product is being delivered.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's your hopeful outcome of attending Myriad?
Sure. So big part is validation of this lead capture solution for exhibitors. Absolutely interested in talking to investors as well about where we're going, and potentially exploring other markets, both within Australia, Asia, and the US. And then obviously just really a bit of networking and to strengthen relationships with a lot of the other businesses that are representing the Sunshine Coast. Awesome.
And are you guys planning on going global anytime soon? Or are you already global?
Yeah, we're already global. No, we're not global at the moment. We have kind of a global mindset, but a local a local traction strategy as such. We want to make sure that the product is tried and tested locally first, that we understand what the pain points are and what we're solving, and then we're actually looking probably as a first step into Asia. So that will form part of our strategy for global.
Great stuff.
World domination.
Yeah, world domination. That's what we like to hear.
Yeah.
Cool. So to finalise this chat, what would be a key takeaway that you would pass on to someone who's watching this as advice to get going? So you've left the corporate world to step into the startup world, which is a big thing.
Yeah,
you're leaving a comfortable space, right?
Yeah.
So what would be the biggest advice you'd give to someone that's looking to do something similar?
I would say be prepared to fail fast and embrace it. That's the thing. I mean, I would say definitely do it, because the experience that you gain regardless will put you in good standing, whether you move back into corporate later. The experience you get doing this is it's invaluable. And then just prepared to talk to the market and fail and improve and learn about yourself along the way.
Yeah, embrace it.
Yeah,
I love that.
Embrace it.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for joining us, Duncan, and be sure to keep watching for more live interviews throughout the week, and make sure you check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/Beach City Life, and follow us on YouTube at Beach City. Cheers, guys.
All right, cool. We good?
Yeah.
All right, good.